This is my state of the garden address. Alright, so we got the little near the house bag garden thing going on just because it's trendy and I got the bags for free. Pretty much nothing's grown here yet, but those are peppers that are gonna go to the main garden. Alright, main garden mobile on the move. Everything's kind of leggy. I tried to keep the lights down, but something went a little funky. We didn't keep all the roosters, but we kept one. This is Big Red. You'll never guess how he got his name. What do you ladies think of the rooster? He's really a pretty good rooster. Sylvie. Kitty, kitty. All right, Grandpa's garden coming up. I picked a kind of windy day to set these guys out, but I got jobs all week, so it's got to be today. Before I put that stuff in the ground, let me give you a little walk around, see where we're at right now. Beets and radishes and carrots and stuff. We got some peas coming up. Peas are popping. Peas are gonna grow on this thing. Maybe. Nothing over here planted, nothing over there planted. Asparagus is popping. Been doing really good this year. And we kind of forgot to pick the asparagus yesterday, so it's kind of getting big. I did add a little bit of compost. I still gotta shovel that over. This is Debbie's garlic. Debbie planted this stuff for us. It's the best. Now I always put tomatoes in too close together. So this year, I swear to gosh, I'm gonna turn over a new leaf. These are gonna be wider. And then some of these guys are a little more spindly. I think when I get their cages up, maybe they'll get a little bit of support. These guys look like they're about to freaking croak, but you know, in my experience, you water them, give them the night, and they're okay. I don't think it's gonna freeze on them. They don't like freezing, but they're gonna bounce back. I'm telling you, these guys are gonna bounce back. They're bouncers, they're tough. So we got 2 rows of kind of withered, weak, and generally wailing tomato plants, and it looks like I got more for a couple more rows. You might be asking, dude, what are you gonna do with all those tomatoes? I am a mad canner of salsas. You just watch out. Come fall, this stuff's gonna be processed. Throw those things on the grill, make them roasted. Right now they need some water though. We're gonna make it to fall, make it to July with these things alive. Yeah, we're gonna need like a little bit of water. So gotta water these guys in before I plant anymore. The tomatoes are pretty much in shock right now, but I'll check in with them later. Right now it's like just about noon, so we got plenty of warmth ahead of them before the coolish night. High 40s, low 50s, something like that. Took a log to the hand yesterday, and I've never really seen a hand bruise, but that's one. It's definitely a little bit stiff. And these are my peppers, a little bit small to go outside, I think. So I might just kind of harden them off today and pop them back inside later. But they've got water. They just look a little weak for the outdoor world. All right, you guys want to hit the run? Hit the chicken run? You know you do. I feel kind of bad walking in on a chicken laying an egg. Some of the new apple trees are looking pretty good. Old apple trees are looking terrific. These are more of the new apple trees, and these are the future peaches. So it's been a week now the tomatoes have been in the ground. Let's take a look. There's been a few casualties, but otherwise doing pretty good. All caged up. Some of these guys are kind of thriving. This is not what I would say would be like a thriving tomato plant. This guy might need a replacement. I've got some replacements in the house. There was like a minor frost last night. I think I might have got some of these guys. That is a great looking tomato plant right there, just thriving. Yep, definitely some frost damage on a few of these dudes. This guy's gonna bounce back. Debbie, you gotta come by and plant garlic more often. Like, whatever you did here is just amazing. So my current watering setup is a sprinkler. One of those guys does this little section here. It's all like radishes and beets and stuff, carrots. And then I've been doing the tomatoes. I've been doing those by hand, you know, with the hand sprayer. So forgive me, I went on Amazon and I bought a couple things. I got this as a free sample, and I thought it was kind of cool. It's like one of those timer things. So I'm gonna go for robots watering the garden this year. I got the robotic timer. Then I got one of these crazy spray kit things. Not the drip hoses. I've used the drip hoses before, these guys, and they're good for like rows of things, but not if you have like a plant periodically every 4 feet apart. So I'm thinking about setting this up on the tomato patch. It looks a little plasticky. Cut the tubing, connect the T's, connect the spearing. Got some interpretation challenges, but I think I'm gonna be able to figure it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's set up like a big old branch stream. I've got no idea if these things have a name or whatever, but I just use them at the corners of the garden to protect stuff from my dragon hoses, you know? Dragon hoses across, especially young plants, just wrecks them. I decided to try a drip hose on these peas just because I keep forgetting to water them all. I've been watering this side, but not the other side, so it's a little messy, but we got drip hose going on. Check out the clover. Asparagus is just relentless right now. Drip water system update on the tomatoes. You know, I kind of like it. I don't love it. I kind of hate it, but I kind of like it. So I'm just gonna say I like it. This is my ports. This is where I'm gonna hook up my hose. Basically, it tees off here, and I've got like a third of the tomato setup, so I had to buy some more tees and stuff. But basically it's a chintzy little plasticky rubbery system, you know, you step on it, it's gonna break and that kind of thing. But they tee off, feed each plant. I've got misters on each tomato plant, and you can kind of adjust them. So one of the cruddy things about it is that the ones at the beginning of the system, you know, they got more pressure than the ones at the end. So if you dial those back a little bit, you can end up with more spray or an equal amount of spray down toward the end. But anyway, I'm kind of down, oh, maybe halfway. I guess I'm about halfway, and I got to get a few more connectors, so it's going in. I think for this many tomatoes, I think I might end up appreciating it. Another downside is that, you know, when I decommission at the end of the year, what am I going to do? Plant exactly the same next year? So it's a work in progress. It's not perfect. I at least strawed them in. They still need a little bit more irrigation. Get a couple rows set up, at least drafted right here. They need a little tuning. I was gonna do peppers here, but now I'm thinking onion. This might be my pepper patch. I've been sort of raking at it and stuff. You gotta keep the weeds around the edge just so there's sort of like a peaceful equilibrium. This is gonna be Melissa's squash and melon patch. She's all about that stuff. So I'm gonna go crazy on the squash and melons. Those have to go in tomorrow. The weeds are just laughing at me right now when I'm talking about planting all this stuff. This is feral cat number 1. Where's feral cat number 2?